Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read the S5 Discovery Oxford Read and Discover Transportation Then and Now Part B, Chapter 4 Bicycles and Motorcycles. In busy city, bicycles and motorcycles are useful. They are narrow, so they can go past cars and buses in traffic jam. Can you ride a bicycle? Bicycle. The first bicycles were made of wood. Then after 1850 they were made of metal. Early bicycles called high wheel bicycles were uncomfortable because they had no tires. The front wheel was very big and there were no gears or brakes. Cyclists often crashed. Modern bicycles are safer because they have brakes. Their wheels are both the same size. They also have rubber tires so they are comfortable. People cycle to work or school and for fun and sport. Bicycles are good because they don't produce pollution. There are 1,000 million bicycles in the world and only 600 million cars. How bicycles work. The cyclist sits on the saddle and turns the pedals. The pedals move the chain and the chain powers the back wheel. Gears help the bicycle to go faster or to go uphill. Cyclist stops the bicycle with the brakes. It's good for cyclists to wear a helmet and gloves. These protect the head and hands in a fall or a crash. Helmet, glove, brake, frame, front wheel, pedal, chain, back wheel, tire, gears, saddle. Types of bicycles. BMX bicycles are small. They are for doing tricks. Mountain bikes are for off-road cycling. So they have the thick tires and strong frame. Mountain bikes are one of the most popular types of bicycle. Racing bikes are light. They have narrow tires. They can travel at 40 kilometers per hour. The most famous bicycle race is the Tour de France in Europe. The race is about 3,500 kilometers and it usually takes 23 days every summer. Recumbent bicycles look funny, but they are very comfortable. The cyclist lies down and the pedals are at the front of the bicycle. In 2008, Mark Beaumont cycled 29,440 kilometers around the world. He visited 20 countries in 194 days. Motorcycles. Motorcycles can carry one or two people. The engine powers the back wheel with a chain, like a bicycle. Motorcycles are heavier than bicycles, and they have a strong metal frame and thick tires. Motorcyclists have to wear a helmet and leather clothes to protect themselves. Motorcycle racing is a popular sport. The riders lean very near to the ground so that they can turn quickly. Some motorcycles can go faster than 300 kilometers per hour. In 1991, Yasuyuki Kuro rode for 331 kilometers on the back wheel of his motorcycle in Tsukuba, Japan. Chapter 5 Cars. Cars are the most popular type of motorized transportation. We use cars to go to work or school, to go shopping, and for vacation. There are family cars, fast sports cars, special cars like police cars and taxi. The history of cars. Can you imagine a world without cars? We've only had cars for about 120 years. People laughed at the first car. They were slow and noisy. Two German engineers, Daimler and Benz, made the first car with a gasoline engine in 1885. It only had three wheels. From about 1905, companies like Rolls-Royce started to make cars. They were very expensive because people made each car by hand. Then in 1913, the Ford Motor Company started to make the Model T car in a special factory. Ford's factories produce cars quickly, so the Model T was less expensive than other cars. By 1927, there were more than 15 million Model Ts on the roads. Gasoline in the USA was cheap and people wanted to travel long distances. So by 1950, American cars were large. In Europe and Asia, drivers prefer small cars that were better in city traffic. How cars work. Most cars have a gasoline or a diesel engine. The driver starts the engine with a key. The engine can power the front wheels, the back wheels, or all four wheels. The driver uses the pedals to go faster, to change gears, and to stop. Drivers of automatic cars don't need to change the gears. Cars usually have 5 gears for going forward and 1 gear for going backward. The driver turns the steering wheel and the steering wheel turns the front wheel. You have to wear a seat belt to protect yourself if there is a crash. Airbags also protect you, but older cars don't have them. Cool cars, the Bugatti Veyron. Sports cars like the Bugatti Veyron are low. This helps the car to go fast because the air can move easily over it. The Bugatti the Veyron goes faster than 400 kilometers per hour. It costs 1.5 million US dollars, and the people who make the cars have only sold a few hundred since they started to produce them in 2005. The Peel P50 is the smallest car in the world. It was first made in 1963. It's 134 centimeters long and 99 centimeters wide. Its top speed is 61 kilometers per hour. The world's longest car is the American Dream. It has 24 wheels and is 30.5 meters long. It has a swimming pool and a helicopter can land on it. Chapter 6, Aircraft. People have dreamed about flying for thousands of years, but there weren't any planes until just over 100 years ago. Before planes, people flew in hot air balloons. Hot air balloons. How do hot air balloons fly? Hot air goes up. A fire under the balloon hits the air inside the balloon, so the balloon goes up. In France, in 1793, the Montgolfier brothers built the first hot air balloon for passengers. Airships. Airships were popular between 1900 and 1940. They are popular again now. Inside an airship, there is a gas that is lighter than air. This makes the airship stay in the air. Airships have engines and they can fly at 90 kilometers per hour. Planes. Planes have changed a lot since the first flight by the Wright brothers in 1903. For many years, planes were wooden and they had 2 pairs of wings. Today, people make planes from very thin metal and plastic. Airliners can carry hundreds of passengers and their bags. Planes carry freight and letters too. Some very rich people have their own small plane. Concorde was an airplane that flew between 1976 and 2003. It could fly from Europe to the USA in 3 hours and 20 minutes. Twice as fast as other airliner. It flew at 2,140 kilometers per hour. The biggest airplane is the Airbus A380. It can carry more than 850 passengers. It's a double-decker and its wings are longer than a soccer pitch. The parts of a plane: nose, wheel, pilot, cabin, engine, tail flap, rudder, tail, wing flap, wing, cockpit. How planes work. Planes usually have engines on the wings. The wings are a special shape. When air goes over the wings fast, the air under the wings pushes the plane up and it flies. At the front of the plane, they use the rudder to turn left and right, and they use the tail flap to go up and down. The wing flaps control the speed. Passengers sit in the cabin. Other types of aircraft. The Daedalus plane. Daedalus is a very light plane. A person pedals the plane like a bicycle. Helicopters have rotors above the cabin. The rotors lift the helicopter into the air. Helicopters are useful because they can keep still in the air and they can fly in any direction. Planes can only go forward. Planes with skis instead of wheels can land on snow. There are also special seaplanes that can land on water. Space shuttles and rockets take astronauts and missions into space. Yves Brassier from France is called a Rocky Man. He has built a very small plane with the 4 engines on the wings. The end.